Hello, everyone. I'm Estela, Casas, creative brand strategist for the Viva Auto Group family of dealerships. Thanks for listening to the VivaStyle podcast, where we have interesting conversations about the automotive industry that provides hundreds of jobs in the borderland. Let's talk VivaStyle. So what is VivaStyle, right? It's what you want it to be. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's a little chilly out there today. I walked out and I got in my car and realized I didn't wear enough layers to against the cold. It's 38 degrees when I left the house. So I need to be better prepared. But great to have you here, Susan Eisen from Fine Jewelry. And it's exciting to have you here this morning. And you think, well, what is fine jewelry have to do with cars? Well, that's why we brought in Susan to talk about it, because we're going to talk about LifeTag, jewelry that can save your life. So let's talk about this. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, sure. Well, we created it because a lot of people don't wear medical ID because they don't like what it looks like. And if they don't wear it, then they can never be found if they have an emergency situation.
Okay, so everybody needs to go to lifetag.com and sign up. So tell me about this. You brought some decals and some important materials and items that we need to have on our person. And how easy is it to join LifeTag, and is there a cost?
So we first started out by making these stick-on medical IDs, which would stick onto your driver's license, your insurance card, anything that you carry with you. Now, of course, it sticks onto your telephone. And so right away, somebody can see if you have a medical problem and what they need to do in an emergency situation. But since then, we've gotten into keychains and decals, things that you can put in your car. We have a story from one of our clients where they were stopped by a policeman and they were diabetic, and they pointed to the decal right under their registration sticker, and the policeman found out that they were a diabetic, and that's why they were driving so crazy on the street. And so we've advanced the LifeTag products to all kinds of things that you carry with you all the time.
Show me some of those tags. It says diabetes.
This one
this
says
is your watch.
Type 1 diabetes, and it's very good because it's on you. We have found out that the phones are the best place to put them. Not only everybody carries a phone now, and it's better than the ICE thing because someone has to pick up the phone and click into ICE to find out everything. This way it's right on your phone. And another quick story is somebody left their phone in an airport outside on the East Coast. When they saw that the LifeTag was on there, right away they turned it in and they got their phone back. So there's a lot of pluses to making yourself identified when you have a medical condition.
Absolutely. That's great to know. And the keychain there too.
So when you have an accident, the first thing they do, from what we're told by the police, is they look at your keys, they look at what you're wearing, and they need your medical ID, they need your driver's license. If you have one of these on all your pertinent information, then they will find out what you need. And it's not just diabetes. It's heart, it's medication, it's no MRI, it's lymphedema, it's all kinds of things that we have. I believe it's 25 different conditions that we have on our medical products.
And this is jewelry that can save your life. So we are talking about the decals and the keychain and all of those other things. But you also create special jewelry that can automatically attach those little tags as well.
Right. So I spent a lot of time figuring out how we're going to do this without it looking ugly.
Right.
And so we made the tags the size of a coin. And there's lots of different kinds of products that will go around a coin. So we can put a LifeTag on any bracelet that you have. If you wear a diamond bracelet and you want a LifeTag, we can put it on there. We can put it on silver, gold, plastic, rubber, whatever you want. There's all different kinds of designs. We carry them mostly in the store, but there's a lot on the website too.
Okay. So, you can get something as inexpensive as $145, no, $74, $45, $165 to $385, as much as you want to spend. But, how much is your life worth, right?
That's
it's priceless.
Right. And the pack of LifeTag tags comes 5 for $35. So they're very affordable, and you put them in 5 different places, somebody's going to see them.
So, not only do you sell jewelry, you sell jewelry that can save your life. How did you decide to do this, and why? There's got to be a story behind it, right?
There's a story that one of my customers told me that they were diagnosed with a disease, and they asked the nurse, when the nurse told them about medical ID, what do other people say? And the nurse said, they're either not jewelry people or they don't like what's out there. Mm-hmm. So when she told me, I thought, well, that's right up my alley. I need to figure out how to make it beautiful and how to make it work so that it solves 2 issues. And so it's already been 20 years since we invented LifeTag. Wow. We have a design patent on it and a copyright. And ever since then, we've been able to identify a lot of people and save people's lives. So it's a wonderful feeling for us to design and have it make a difference in somebody's life.
So, I mean, Susan is a gemologist, and you also design jewelry and beautiful, beautiful pieces, and we're going to talk about that as well in a little bit. But knowing that what you created, this LifeTag that you created, has probably in the last 20 years saves lives. How do you feel about that? How does that make you feel?
It's a very wonderful feeling. You can't buy that with money. It's something that comes along with jewelry in general, but also in the effect that the product that you create makes a difference in the world and in people's lives.
Absolutely. Selling jewelry with purpose.
That's right. Yes, we're there for purposes, not just to make money. That's part of the business, but that's not everything.
That's not everything. So let me tell you a little bit about Susan. Her jewelry has been worn by some famous people. So tell me about that.
So we have had over 50 pieces walked down the red carpet by celebrities. We were asked to submit our designs to an agent who is doing this kind of work. And we've been incredibly lucky to have these people like our jewelry when they have thousands to pick from, yes, thousands of names, and we got El Paso on the red carpet, so it's a real thrill when somebody chooses our work to wear.
And I see that you're wearing some beautiful jewelry.
Thank you.
How is it? Do you walk in and say, "Oh, I'm going to wear this piece of jewelry today," or that piece of jewelry? Obviously, some of the jewelry that you're wearing today has some meaning.
Actually, I do that.
Do you? How fun is that?
I open up the safe and I said, okay, I think I'll wear this today.
How fun.
Or if I buy something from somebody and before we polish it or get it all fixed up, I say I'm going to wear it for a while. And so it's a very big plus to owning a jewelry store is I have beautiful things around me all day long. There's nothing that I want because everything is there. And so I love being in my store and I love creating for people and the meaning that jewelry has for people. Yes. It's much more than just buying a product like speakers or a car. Car is very important because it has your image.
Has your style.
And so does jewelry. Yeah. And so it's a very important part, and every piece of jewelry has a story.
So tell me this brooch that you're wearing.
So I'm an abstract person. I don't do similar things that you would see in any other store. I went to UTEP. I learned art metals at UTEP, had great teachers, and now I do very abstract, one-of-a-kind things that only you can buy at Susan Eisen in El Paso. Mm-hmm. And the one that I have on was made with putting a lot of pieces together, usually late at night when it's quiet without interruptions. And
that's when you create?
That's when I create. But then a lot of times I create at night, and then in the morning I say, no, I don't really like that.
And
at night, change it. I think it's great.
I think it's like writing. That's what I do too with editing. So I write something and then I put it away and then I pull it back and I'm going, no, I got to rewrite this and edit. So I guess it's creating.
It's creating just like any other profession. And sometimes I'll work for 8 hours and come up with nothing. And sometimes I'll be lucky and I'll start drawing and I'll get 3 designs that I want to make. So it's very interesting business.
And speaking of something that you can only find at Susan Eisen is the El Paso Star and Heart pendants. So tell me a little bit about those.
So I wanted to make something to commemorate all the great things in El Paso. And we started out with the Star on the Mountain. We make it in 5 different sizes with silver and gold. We put birthstones, we put heirloom diamonds, we put all kinds of things on the star. And everybody loves the star. And then we developed the star with a heart for Valentine's Day. And our latest thing is the bead. Now, the bead fits like on a Pandora bracelet, and it has UTEP, Foster Medical School, the Star on the Mountain, Fort Bliss, El Paso Museum of Art, the Red X, which is my favorite sculpture here that's across the border. Yes. And constantly challenging myself to come up with new designs that commemorate El Paso, because we have so many things that we're proud of here.
Absolutely. And you are born and raised here in El Paso.
Yes, born and raised and schooled here and have a lot of family here.
What generation? See, I'm a first generation El Pasoan.
I'm a second. My mother was even born in El Paso, so I feel very lucky to be a part of El Paso, and I always love coming home and seeing the Star on the Mountain when I'm driving home from the airport, and I think everybody feels that way.
Absolutely. And now with the X, Sebastian, right, is the artist for the X across the border in Ciudad Juarez. So what? I know that jewelry makes you tick, but what else makes you tick? Who is Susan?
I love to shop. I love to get ideas from things. I love to stay on the internet and just surf, and see things and get ideas. And that's really what I like to do. I'm more of an artist. Well, I would say I'm 50% artist and 50% business person. You can't really be successful at being 100% of either one. Right. And so I'm very lucky that I had great parents that inspired me to continue with what I wanted to do, and that now it's just the sky's the limit as far as whatever I want to do.
Do you have any mentors, somebody that you used to look up to or still look up to at this point?
Well, a lot of people in the jewelry business, yes. There was a lady named Eileen Fortunoff who was head of this big department store in New York. And I remember sitting down next to her at one of the seminars and saying, wow, I'm sitting next to her, and asking her all kinds of questions, because she was a woman that made it successful in the jewelry business. And the jewelry business is pretty much dominated by men, which I've never been able to understand, because if women are wearing the jewelry, then it's hard for a man to understand about what's comfortable, what's beautiful, what they'll like, what goes with their personality, with their clothes. And so she's one of them, but I read a lot of things on the web, and I take a lot of webinars, all the ones I can about advertising and design and jewelry and diamonds, and it's just a very fascinating field.
It's a whole new world out there on the internet, right? It opened up a whole new world for all of us.
It's good and bad. I tell people, do not believe everything you read. It's not right. Some of the things that people come in and tell me, oh, I read I should be doing this with my fingers. Like they said that you wrap floss around your ring to pull it off. Well, you could cut yourself on the way out.
Put some Vaseline or something.
All kinds of things that are on the web. It's just incredible. So that's why they come to us, because they know that we'll tell them the truth about what the right answer is, and that way they'll be able to do whatever they want to do with their jewelry.
So is that the reason why I need to see you when I am about to go buy some jewelry, or to get my life tag? Why should I shop at your beautiful store?
Well, yes, of course. I'm the one, 42 years in business, the creator of these things. And I love to talk to people one-on-one. I prefer to be one-on-one instead of having a big staff of salespeople and try to train them. And then, it's not the true love that I have for the business. So yes, we always love that you call us, let us know what you want, and I'll be happy to spend time with you and help you in whatever issue you need when it comes to jewelry.
So even through COVID, there's been an uptick. Even through COVID, can they reach you via email? Can they reach you via a Zoom call, or just a regular call, or stop by the store?
Okay, great question. Yes, SusanEisen.com has a chat box, a contact us. I also have a radio show every Saturday at 12:30 on KTSM 690. I've had that for like 8 years. I can't believe it. And you can call in questions there, or you can give us a call at 584-0022 and we'll answer your questions there. Or, of course, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Pinterest. Just like we all are on all over, you can always send me a question that way. We also, sometimes at 10:30 at night, I'm looking at my phone and I see that a question came in with a review or something like that. So if I'm up and I've got my phone right there, then I'll answer you at 10:30 at night.
Okay. Anything you'd like to add besides the LifeTag.com or some other pertinent information that we need to share this morning?
I'd like to say that, Estela, you are a fabulous lady, that you do wonderful things, that you've been so important in everything that you do and sharing your life with all of us so that we can feel better if we have the same issues. And if there's anybody I do look up to, you're one of them.
Oh, Susan, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And don't forget, there's a lot of opportunities to go buy this El Paso Stars and Heart for your Valentine. I just dropped it.
It's okay. We'll pick it up and put it back.
But so you can go visit Susan and get your life tag or get a nice piece of jewelry for your Valentine. It's coming up.
And the perfect thing for Valentine's would be to buy something that can save your life.
That's the best, because your life is priceless. Susan, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
We'd like to hear what you think about today's conversation. Go to the Viva Auto Group Facebook page and like us. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car or truck, we invite you to choose a Viva vehicle.